Hello, this is Addis Fortune with the 5 significant business developments over the week. Headlines include Commercial Bank of Ethiopia Glitch transforms a routine weekend into a jackpot, Commercial Bank's dip toes into capital markets pool, sowing seeds of tax hike, new customs rule holds manufacturers hostage, and Addis Bank's high hopes, low Forex and Elusive Quest for lofty profit. Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, the largest financial institution, faced a severe system malfunction last week, causing a temporary freeze of digital financial services industry-wide. An overnight surge in transactions overwhelmed Commercial Bank of Ethiopia's digital platforms, enabling unauthorized withdrawals and transfers by depositors. While Commercial Bank of Ethiopia executives did not confirm exact figures, the glitch led to an unprecedented transaction made by nearly 66,000 customers worth almost 2.4 billion birr. This malfunction exposed vulnerabilities in digital banking infrastructures and prompted private banks to halt digital transactions, impacting services like automated teller machine withdrawals and mobile transfers. Although Commercial Bank of Ethiopia assured no external cybersecurity breach occurred, President Abiy Sano acknowledged the glitch's internal source, emphasizing the difficulty of discerning legitimate transactions. Experts suggest the incident could be attributed to a centralized ledger system glitch, highlighting the need for continuous investment in cybersecurity measures and expertise in digital banking to prevent future occurrences. National Bank of Ethiopia has issued a draft directive limiting commercial banks' equity investments in non-banking businesses to 10% of their total capital, aiming to anchor banks to their primary roles in lending and deposit mobilization. The move carves out an exception, allowing banks to fully invest in capital market service providers, signaling a strategic opening towards developing the nascent capital markets. The bill reflects the government's ambitious efforts to diversify the financial services industry while ensuring cautious integration of capital markets. Banks can acquire up to 100% equity shares in capital market service providers, growing a dynamic and diversified financial sector. While the bill has generally received approval from the banking industry for balancing expansion into capital markets with maintaining banking system stability, some experts argue for greater flexibility, suggesting that overly conservative restrictions may stifle industry dynamism and hinder capital market growth. Stay tuned. We will be back after the ad. We are back with more highlights. The federal government has implemented revised import taxes to bolster domestic businesses and reduce reliance on foreign goods, aligning with the country's import substitution policy aimed at prioritizing local manufacturing. The revised tax regime targets imported products, particularly those with readily available local alternatives such as wheat and office supplies, imposing higher taxes to make domestically produced goods more competitive. Conversely, taxes on essential materials for local assembly, like completely knocked down parts, have been reduced to incentivize local manufacturing. The changes have been welcomed by flour manufacturers who have faced difficulties competing with imported products, leading to factory closures and layoffs. While economists caution that tariff amendments alone may not address systemic structural impediments facing local manufacturing, officials remain optimistic, citing initiatives to support factories and improve market linkages. However, Challenges persist, particularly in conflict-affected regional states, where security concerns have impacted wheat cultivation and productivity. Addis International Bank has faced a significant decline in profitability despite notable gains in loan interest and investment returns, primarily due to a substantial reduction in foreign exchange income. This unexpected downturn, marked by a 35.2% decline in net profit to 223.48 million birr last year, has raised concerns among shareholders and industry analysts. The decline in profit is attributed to a drop in foreign exchange gains and a rise in expenses, notably surrender amounts and lower interest on exporters' loans. Despite efforts to increase interest income and modest rises in service charges and commissions, Addis Bank's performance has lagged behind peers, leading to questions about its strategic direction and operational efficiency. The bank's ambitious expansion, opening 20 new branches and hiring more employees, has faced difficulties in intensified competition and macroeconomic changes affecting growth trajectories. Concerns over liquidity and the need to boost capital through share sales or potential mergers have also been raised. However, Addis Bank has demonstrated operational efficiency and strategic foresight, maintaining a reasonable level of liquidity and showcasing impressive returns on equity and assets compared to larger banks in the industry. Ethiopian Customs Commission has caused significant disruptions for local manufacturers, leading to delays, extra costs, and potential production stoppages with the recent regulation. It requires approval for all imports of non-raw materials brought in under Franco-Valuta arrangements from its headquarters, which is creating backlogs. The sudden and unexpected shifts in policy undermine the ease of doing business in Ethiopia and hinder businesses' ability to plan and adapt effectively. Manufacturers, such as those in the Hawassa and Bole Lemi industrial parks, are wrestling to obtain permits and clearances for essential equipment, spare parts, and chemicals crucial for their operations. The requirement for approval from the headquarters and additional documentation, including support letters from the Ethiopian Investment Commission, has added layers of bureaucracy to the import process, resulting in delays of up to a week. As a result, companies are experiencing difficulties meeting production deadlines and satisfying international buyers. Demurrage fees on stranded containers are adding further financial strain to businesses. Experts and industry representatives have voiced concerns about the lack of predictability and communication surrounding policy changes, emphasizing the need for a more transparent and consistent regulatory environment. That's all for today. We'll be back with more updates next week. May good luck and fortune always be with you.